saturation and desaturation compared to burn and dodge, or monochromic. Okay, so let's look at this for example. I have the sponge tool. So what I'm going to do with this sponge tool is take this bar of color that I filled in. So all I did was take a color within this mid-range. So I could choose green, but I want to choose a green in this area. I want to choose, if I choose a yellow, I want to make sure I choose a yellow in this area. And this is my mid-tone section right here. Now when it gets over to this side, it's very, it starts to getting very desaturated and starts turning to a black and white value. This area becomes super saturated. Okay, so this side of the color wheel is ultimately saturated, desaturated. And I'll show you this more. So I have this color, and if I was to saturate it using the sponge tool, using saturate, you can quickly see if I capture this color and look at it for a second, and I look at it here, I have that color, and as I move up it becomes saturated. To desaturate it, things are just a little bit laggy here for some reason. Desaturate, there we go. I'm pulling it towards gray. So if I capture this color, look at it again, what am I talking about when I talk about desaturation? Well, I'm talking about going over to here to gray. Now what's the difference between that and the dodge and burn? Well, very simple. When you saturate or desaturate something, you're never going to reach black values with desaturate. Okay. When I dodge something, it's closely matching the fact that I'm going in there and dodging it and getting it super saturated. But the one thing that the dodge tool does, it goes to white. This will never go to white. If I'm using the burn tool to try to get this out of it, and I have to use mid-tone values with this because this is a mid-tone value. With this one, I can reach black. So with the saturation and desaturation tool, you're only ranking color up until it reaches the end of the color, but it never reaches white. Okay, and to desaturate it, you go to gray, but never reaching black. To dodge and burn, you reach white, so the highlight area, and you reach shadow area. Dodge and burn equals shadow. This is just the washout of color. Okay, so that's the difference between the two tools. And as we go along with our workflows, we'll see more about when we use these tools, but know what they do and how they work with color, and you'll be all the better for it. Because if I wanted to do a flower, let's say I take a flower and I want to make it brighter. Well, would I dodge it? No, you would not dodge it because you don't want to add white to it. You'll want to just saturate it. When you saturate a flower, it reaches a brighter value. If I was to dodge it, I would be saying, well, there's more light on it. There's no more light on that flower than what I started with the photograph. So I wouldn't want to add light to the photograph in a weird spot like that flower. So I wouldn't dodge it. So that's the difference between dodge and burn and saturate and desaturate. Please move on to the next video.